Hey everybody, my name's TSW, and in this video I'm going to go through, what I did in order to tank 25-man Heroic Blade Lord Tyak in the Heart of Fear Heroic. So, on the pull, you want to be using your Shattering Throw, get yourself some nice damage boost for your raid, use a Strength Pot like I did, and use your Skull Banner in good synchronization with the other warrior or warriors in your raid. I am talented for Safeguard. You could also talent for Vigilance if you wanted to, but I find Safeguard's cool for this kind of encounter because you're not actually, you are actually just stopping the damage, not just transferring it. But either would be fine. You know, Safeguard was fine, so it's all good. One thing that is really good you can do is, if you don't know the normal mode tactic, let me just go through it really quickly for you, with regards to tanking at least. There'll be an Overwhelming Assault debuff that he'll put on the tanks. Now this will increase his next, what's the target called? Increasing 200% more damage from melee swings. So yeah, you take lots more damage. So basically, as very soon, or ideally immediately, when the other tank in your raid gets this, you want to taunt off them. Basically, just make sure you do not get 2 stacks of this Overwhelming Assault debuff, or you'll be taking a lot of unnecessary damage. Now, the thing about Overwhelming Assault is it lasts 45 seconds, and you're going to be generally taunting off each other every minute. Now, the good thing about taunting off each other every minute is that as a tank you're only going to be tanking half of that, half of this full duration. So you're only going to be tanking him for like a minute, and then you're not tanking him for a minute, and then you are tanking him for a minute. So cooldowns that have 1 minute cooldown are great for this, such as my Dodge Trinket, the one from the Darkmoon Fair, and Demoralizing Shout, really good. So that's great. I mean, every time, ideally when you're going to be tanking, you'll say on Vent or whatever, communication software you're using, you'll say taunting in 3, 2, and then as you're saying 1, you want to be ideally having 60 plus rage, so you can use your shield block, and then taunt. If you have your shield block just active before you taunt, you'll know that you'll immediately block straight away the first melee swing, instead of taunting and then taking a full unmitigated hit potentially, especially if the healers have to start casting on you or start rolling their hots on you or whatever, just for a bit more warning. And it's always nice to be able to taunt the boss with shield block active, because it means that you don't take that initial dip in health, which often happens whenever you're switching tanks. One thing I will mention is, if you ever don't have enough rage, or you're caught off guard, or even if you're playing perfectly, there will be at least 2 seconds when you will not be able to use shield block because of the cooldown. That's really good timing for, if you can, use your Demo Shout or Shield Wall, just so you level out any spiky damage which could be incoming. And don't be afraid to use Shield Wall on this first phase. I don't think I do at all. Even on encounters where you don't expect to take spiky damage, such as this, for me with my gear and healers, it can be really nice just to use Shield Wall, just to relieve the healers of extra healing for a bit. So this is his Blade Tempest. It's the added ability in heroic difficulty for this encounter. And he'll just cast this thing it's pretty obvious. Everyone will be dragged into the boss's melee range. If you're a healer, or ranged rather, this is very obvious. But hopefully as melee, it's pretty obvious. Just run out and you take no damage. Just run out as soon as you can. If you do get caught off guard, you can Heroic Leap, but Heroic Leap can be really good just to add some extra damage. Heroic Leap does not cost any rage. If you glyphed, it does extra damage and has a reduced cooldown, but the best thing is it costs no rage and costs no global cooldown. If you are tanking, sometimes the boss will take a step forward or step to one direction if you are having to leap a distance. But if you are off tanking, or not tanking at that point in time, you can just stand at the very edge of his hitbox and leap to the other edge, and you'll do extra damage for that global. So yeah, like what I do when I ideally when I am about to tank is have 60 rage, use shield, block, taunt, and then use my demo shout, and then either have my trinket with, or when demo shout fades, then use my trinket. You also want to be using your skill banner depending on how quickly you kill the boss, but I think there is an enrage timer, so I'm pretty sure you can only use well, I think you can use skill banner 3 times, I believe. I can't remember how many times I did it on this encounter, because it's been a while since the kill. It was like a week or 2 ago we killed this on heroic, so pardon me for that. Not releasing it earlier. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can use skill banner 3 times. You can see mine's ready to use now, which will mean, you know, this second phase, which you know, if you've done looking for raid, you'll have had a good laugh at people who have failed. And even if you need help with this phase, I'll give you some tips. Intervene is your friend. Heroic leap is your friend. Charge is your friend. So what we do here is you'll like stay and heal up. We stay here until everyone has a sufficient health to make the run, and then we have our druids use their AoE speed ability. Now what I do is wait for, in our case, our shaman to run ahead, or if I can click on one of the rogues as they're using their boots. I then intervene, then heroic leap, and then charge the boss. And you know, I can almost always be the first guy there by doing that method. You then want to use your well, if you've used an armor potion, you know, good for you, because not enough people use potions. But here, when he's sub 20%, use your executes. Don't use heroic strike. Pop your skill banner, as long as it's not when another warrior's using theirs, because it's pointless. And then just spam execute. You can, if you look on screen, you can see my rotation for sub 20. So this is the thing you want to do. About 12.5%, you want to do exactly what I do. The boss is still at the other side, okay? And at 12.5%, 13%, depending on your damage, you want to fail. I use this in like inverted commas, and you want to stand on the edge, and you will just get thrown all the way back by the wind, and it's basically face roll this phase. I'll edit the video so you can see it again. I run to the very edge of the I suppose the walking area, the sprinting 100-meter dash you've got down the center. You want to basically fail that and get thrown all the way back to the other side, and then that's essentially failing the encounter. You know, if you hit the tornadoes, you can't move and you get dragged back down to the beginning. And if you hit the edges, you get pulled back down all the way to the beginning, whilst the boss is still at the far side to begin with. You just get thrown all the way back, and it's so amazing. It saves you so much time. You don't have to run, you don't take extra damage, and you can, you know, as long as you all move together, it's amazing. That is like the best thing to take away from this encounter. That, and you don't have to run away straight away as soon as the boss is, you know, and the tornado spawn. Just stand still, use some health stones if you need to, use some AoE heals, then have someone count down 3, 2, 1. Use your druid AoE movement speed. Sorry, I don't know what it's called. And yeah, keep a cool head. Use your potions, and you know, good luck killing the boss. Shattering throw again as warrior. You can use your rallying cry. Do that. You can use your demo banner. Also, when you're making the run through the tornadoes, you can throw your banner down and intervene it. Demo banner can be good for the run because, you know, you take damage during the run if you're struggling with people dying then. Also use demo banner if you have it available when people are taking damage when you're DPSing him when the boss is stood still at the ends. And yeah, if you've got any questions, leave me some comments down below. If you like this video, please thumbs it up, it helps me out a lot. And if you're not subscribed and you want to see some more videos from me, feel free to subscribe. I've been TSW. I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.